Imagine the ripple effect that you could have if you inspire all the people around you and then they inspire all the people around you. And suddenly, because positivity attracts positivity, everyone around you is in a positive place. And that is exactly what I want to create and achieve with the Inspire Uplift Club. Good morning, good afternoon and good evening. And welcome back to the Adam Aveling podcast, or the Inspire Uplift Club podcast. I am eventually going to get the name changed over because a big thing has happened this week, something that I've wanted to do for a long time. I actually wrote a goal down on my vision board, and it's one of the last ones that needs ticking off. There's still a few that need ticking off, but the vision board that I've spoke about a hell of a lot, which has completely changed my life. One of the goals on there was to create a membership site. I wanted to create a place where people could come and feel inspired, uplifted, feel part of a community, feel like they could. Positivity attracts positivity, and that's what I wanted to do with the membership site. I wanted to create something that's going to provide value, that's going to help people to take control of their life, take control of the nutrition, and feel great from doing that. And I've finally launched it this week. That's why I haven't released a podcast for a couple of weeks, because I have been busy. Probably the busiest I've ever been, and don't get me wrong, I've had some very busy weeks when I used to do my electrical work. I used to work 24-hour shifts. I used to work 7 days straight, working 14 hours. But I actually believe this week has probably been a little bit busier. So, for example, I launched my membership site. I finally got it up and running on Tuesday. Monday morning, I think I woke up at 4 o'clock. Pretty much worked through the whole day, other than sort of like taking River for a walk. Looking after Bo, feeding Bo, things like that. I pretty much worked straight through till about 10 o'clock at the evening, and I've pretty much done that every day since. It's now Saturday evening. I'm allowing myself a little bit of time off from work, and I'm creating this podcast because I just want to recap this week, really, because what I want to do is look back on this in a year, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, and look back on it and remember sort of the feelings that I'm going through. I always talk about enjoying the journey, enjoying the process. Sometimes we get too focused on the end goal, and it's all about sort of enjoying this journey. And this week has been incredibly hard, busy, but I've loved it. I really have loved it. It's been it's been a hard one, but do you know what? Like I say, I've absolutely loved it. So I launched my membership site on Tuesday, and I kind of wanted to just talk a little bit about it and why I've called it Inspire Uplift Club. I'm actually going to change the name of this podcast to that eventually when I get around to it, when I get a little bit of free time. So it's called Inspire Uplift Club. I was looking for like a play on words that would really sort of capture what I want to do. And one of the reasons I've called it Inspire is because the amount of times people have actually told me, clients that have told me that they've inspired like the sons, the daughters, the mothers, the brothers, the sisters, the friends. They've inspired them by going on their own journey, their own journey. I often talk about when you've got someone in your family or like a friend where you're like, you really need to get a grip on this, like, and you want them to do something, they never listen to you. It's like you never listen to your mum's advice. Like when your mum tells you to do something, you never listen to it. You don't tend to listen to the close ones, the people that you love. You only tend to sort of do it by looking at what they are actually doing. So I always say, don't tell them, show them. So one of the reasons I've called it Inspire is because you have to be the one. Like, you have to be one in your friendship group, your community, your family, to take control, to get a grip of yourself, to focus on yourself. And when people start seeing the results that you get, when you're feeling inspired, when you're feeling uplifted, your energy's up, your mood's up, you're feeling great, you're looking great, you're positive, you're walking into a room and uplifting that room. When people are seeing you do that, positivity attracts, and they want to be doing what you're doing. And that is why I've called it Inspire Uplift Club, because that's what I want to do. Imagine the ripple effect that you could have if you inspire all the people around you and then they inspire all the people around you. And suddenly, because positivity attracts positivity, everyone around you is in a positive place. And that is exactly what I want to create and achieve with the Inspire Uplift Club. And honestly, already it's doing exactly that. The Facebook group where the community is kind of living, people are posting in there, they're like breaking self-limiting beliefs, they're going to the gym for the first time in ages, beating gym anxiety. People are commenting, and it's amazing. It is so amazing. This vision that I've had in my head for years to create this is finally created, and it's been incredible. It really has to actually I always talk about having a vision, having a goal, and believing in yourself, working hard, putting the effort in, and you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. And I always talk about that. And one of the reasons I wanted to create this podcast was to really like abbreviate on that and expand on that, and kind of document my journey of doing that as well. Because I always think like documenting things. I always wish that I'd have made videos like this 10, 15 years ago, because how cool would that have been to look back on things, and like in 10, 20 years time, I can imagine looking back on this and like just being amazed by it. So, and that's kind of one of the reasons me and Tay make YouTube videos as well, because I want to look back in 20 years time with Beau and look at the first time she saw her first Christmas, the first time she rode a bike, the first time she walked, the first time she laughed, all these kind of things like to look back on. So I really hope that this inspires people to put content out there, not for the vanity reasons of look at the likes, look at the everyone look at me, for the documenting it. Like, you could easily lose your phone and those photos are gone, but if you put them on a social media site, if you put them on YouTube, if you put them on Instagram, even private, they're going to be there forever unless the app shut down. But I'm sure that those apps are too big to shut down now. So and then the uplift part of it, like of the Inspire Uplift Club, the uplift part of it is to really, one, it's a play on the words, like the lift club, obviously lifting weights, but also uplift. That I always talk about how not to focus only on what the weight on the scales is saying, or only focusing on how we look, because you're completely missing the whole point of exercise and nutrition. Exercise and nutrition should be there to be part and parcel of your life, to make you feel good, number one, make you look good, number two, make it. And that is, and I've spoke about this so many times, and I'm sorry if I sound like a broken record, but the true unlock to exercise and nutrition is because it makes you feel good, not because it makes you look good. Making you look good is just an added bonus, and it's a great bonus to have. And I've just heard Beau crying through there. So that is pretty much everything that I want to talk about, really. So I need to get to Beau, but I'm going to put in a couple of clips from this week, like I say, that I just want to document, that I've taken whilst everything was up and running. As we stand, I believe we're on around 70 members in the Inspire Uplift Club, and it's been hard because I've still got one-to-one clients as well, so I'm kind of running two businesses whilst also really trying to push and promote it. But Beau is crying. I'm going to play those other videos that I've recorded this week. Hope you enjoy them. Sorry if you're listening on podcast. Also, you can go to YouTube, but if you're listening, the sound quality might go down a little bit. But I do ask one favour of you: if you're enjoying the things that I put out, if you're enjoying sort of following the journey that I'm showing you, talking about things that I'm talking about. The reason that I talk about the things that I talk about is because they're things that I need for me. Like everything that I've spoke about, self-limiting beliefs, like fear, quitting vaping, like alcohol, all these kind of things are things that I'm doing to try and improve my life and to go on this journey and to share this journey. So if you're enjoying it, can you please share this podcast, because I want to get the Inspire Uplift Club out into the atmosphere and take it big, take it massive. My goal is to get 1,000 members in there, and like I say, imagine the ripple effect that I can have, or we can have, should I say. That positivity attracts positivity, and if you can inspire and uplift one person, they can inspire and uplift 4, they can inspire and uplift 10, and suddenly you can have a massive ripple effect. And that is what I want to do. So I hope you enjoy these next few videos. These are just basically me documenting a few sort of key moments along this past week, because it's been a big. I must have sent thousands of DMs getting back to people, things like that. I must have I've probably been up averaging about 5 till 10 straight through. No real breaks, other than, like, obviously, like I say, walking the dog, but even then I'm on my phone getting back to people, feeding Beau, but Tay has done a lot of that this week, so I do appreciate that, and she's been really supportive, and she's my biggest cheerleader as ever, because one of the reasons I want to do this is to create a business which I love doing, and it gives me passion and drive. And I actually said to Taya the other day, after coming off the webinar that we did on Thursday, which loved it, but I did get the fear, which I always get when I do group talking. I got the fear, but courage is feeling the fear and do it anyway. I did it. After a couple of minutes, I was fine. But yeah, after the webinar, I said that I can see myself doing this in 20, 30 years' time. I've found what I enjoy doing. I've found my passion, like having this community, doing it on a sort of like a little bit of a bigger scale as opposed to the other style of my coaching. So yeah, I've talked for quite a bit then, but hopefully you enjoyed it. Enjoy the other clips. Like I say, if you can share this with one person or share it with another person or like it or give it a 5-star review, because I want to get the podcast out there and I do appreciate you listening. So thank you. Good morning, YouTube. So it's now, I think it's about 4:30 in the morning. Today's the day that I launched my app. Didn't really document much yesterday, but I was just busy trying to get everything ready, trying to promote it, putting things out on social media. But today is a big day, so I'm really excited. I want to say I don't have any idea how it's going to go. Like, I've got no idea how many people are going to sign up, so I'm going to sort of share that, and I'm hoping big. I've pushed hard, and I believe in it, and the price is really good, and I'm putting a lot of work in. Even right now, it's 4:30 in the morning. I've been up since 4. I'm here putting Malteser overnight oats in, more food options, just so people are getting good value for what they're signing up for. I must have spent 100 hours putting meals into this plan. But yeah, I'm going to share. I know I said this yesterday, but I'm going to share more today about everything, because today is the day that it finally launches. So yeah, excited. A lot of time gone into this, into this, ready for today. All right, so I have just launched it. So I've just posted on Instagram. I'm about to send out an email to an email list that I've been building up over the past couple of months. And I'm not going to lie, a lot of self-doubt going on right now, a lot of doubt in myself, whether I've got everything right, whether I've done enough, whether I'm going to get anyone to sign up. I've just refreshed the sign-up page. I think I put it on about 10 minutes ago, and I have got 2 sign-ups. So that's given me a little bit of hope, but I guess it's just a little bit of imposter syndrome. One of the reasons I talked about that on my recent podcast. But yeah, I'm going to be sharing over what happens over the next couple of hours. But excited, nervous, lots of mixed emotions. But yeah, I'm glad that it's finally out there. Good morning, YouTube. So it's the morning after launch last night. So mixed feelings after last night. Really happy with the feedback so far. I managed to get, I think I'm on around 32 clients signed up from last night, which is amazing. It really is. And I'm so excited to get them all up and running, because I'm fired up this morning. I've sent videos out to them all, and ready to get the plans across to them and get them on the mission of feeling good, feeling energized, and that is what it's all about. But the only downside to it, so my plan to properly market it was on my Instagram stories. That's where I usually get most traction, and that's where I usually get sort of most link clicks to the links that I put in. But for some reason, Instagram has completely shafted me, and this isn't me making excuses, and it's not going to derail sort of my goals and where I want it to go. It's just going to bend them and keep me pushing, keep me working hard. So usually I get probably about 20,000 views on an Instagram story, and sometimes I can get 20,000 views after an hour or two. Since last night, I'm only on 3,000 views on the story, but the conversion rate on those 3,000 views is amazing, and really positive. So I'm really positive about it, because all I need to do is get the advertising, get the app out in front of more people, and the conversion rate is good. So I just need to get it in front of people. But for some reason, Instagram has just completely shafted my views, my engagement. But all in all, 33 members is amazing, and I'm really happy to get them up and running, or 32 or 32 today. So yeah, a lot of mixed emotions yesterday, but today I'm really happy, really fired up. This is what I've been wanting to do for a long time. This is the direction I see my business going in, creating a community of like-minded people, of doing it together, giving them the advice, giving them the guidance, and giving them a goal, a focus point, and putting the belief in them, instilling that in them through Q&As, through webinars, through educating them, just really happy to get this up and running. So I'll probably not end this here. I'll probably recap over the next couple of days and then put this video out. But hopefully you've enjoyed it. Like I say, the reason that I'm making this video is just kind of look back in a year or two's time, because this is the start of what I'm going to be doing for the next 20, 30 years, because this is my passion. This is what I love doing. I love helping people. I love trying to get people to feel the benefits that I've felt from training, from exercising, and I want to get that to as many people as possible.